or not. This law has governed your entire life, and this law cannot be escaped. So there are laws in this world that everything follows to ensure creation exists. Without these laws, there would be no creation. There would be no life. The law itself is inescapable. It's always working, whether you realize it's there or not. And that law is cause and effect. I know that sounds very basic. We all know cause and effect. But do you know how to actually work consciously with that law? What do I mean by consciously? Well, how do we align our self to use that law to create a reality that you want? Whatever it is, a business, a better version of yourself, a healthier version of yourself, whatever it is, the goal that you want can easily be attained if you become conscious and work with the law. Now, there are actually 8 laws, and I do have a full video on them laws, but this video is specifically on cause and effect, because I think this is one of the most beneficial laws to work with creating your reality. Now, the first thing you have to recognize is that you can't escape the law, as I've previously said. So you have to work as consciously as possible with the law. So how do we do that? Let's do a diagram to explain this. This G represents your goal, and you are down here and you want to achieve that reality or goal. But in your mind, you always have decisions to make. So there is either a very straightforward path to this goal, or you can even make decisions which lead you away from that goal. Cause and effect. Every cause produces an effect. Your life can be an open book. An open book. You can know exactly what's going to happen in your life if you work with the law of cause and effect. Now, how do we do that? The way we do that is we see ourselves as this dream person. Whoever it is, the person who has the business, the person who has the car, whatever that goal is you have, imagine that person. What are the qualities of that person? What does he or she eat? What do they do not do? Everything about that person, what do they do? Think of that. Or think of the business that you want. You're always going to be presented in the present moment with 2 decisions to make. In your mind, because your mind is polarity. That's the second law, polarity. Everything is dual. You have a left hand, right hand, left brain, right brain. You always have one thought and an opposing thought. Go out, have fun. Or the other thought is work hard on your goal. You're always stuck in this conflict in our mind of polarity. Us, as the awareness in our mind, have to observe both parties, both thoughts, and collide them, unify them, and come to a decision. Never listen to the first thought or the second thought. Listen to them both. Extract wisdom from both. Take decisions from a place where you have acknowledged both arguments, both thoughts in your mind. So the way you work with the law is to only take actions are going to produce an effect that's going to push you towards that goal. If there is a thought in your mind that says, go and party all weekend, then you know that by taking that decision, it's going to produce an effect that pulls you away from that goal or that version of yourself you want to achieve. You always have to stay conscious of your goal, stay conscious of your actions and how your actions produce effects. Stay as conscious as possible of every action you take. Does that person eat a certain food? Does it eat chocolate? Or are you trying to get healthy? Only take actions and decisions that you know are going to push you towards that goal, that you know are going to produce effects that are going to take you closer to that goal. Never take decisions or actions that you know is going to pull you away from your goal or the person you're trying to become. So we have to be as conscious as possible. Now, what do I mean by as conscious as possible? We like to easily fall unconscious in life. It's very, very easy to fall unconscious. We just go about our daily life. We don't really think about what we're thinking. We don't pay attention to how we feel. We just take random actions and they lead to random circumstances. It's very easy to fall into that unconscious state that we were before we spiritually woken up. It's very easy to fall under the trance and not really pay attention to what we're thinking to. So our job is to stay as aware as possible of how we think, how we feel, and the actions that we are taking. Because that goal that you really want is at the other end of taking the correct decisions that are going to produce the correct effects to achieve that certain goal. So your job is to think, to feel in alignment of the goal, and to act in accordance with that goal and with that version of yourself. You have to imagine that self that you could be, that highest version of yourself, and take little actions now that are going to push you towards that, because your life is very simple. It is a sequence of cause and effects. So if you smoke, for example, become conscious of this. One day you're going to pay the effects of your actions that you're doing now, whether you're conscious of that or not. Every cause has an effect. You cannot escape that law. So check yourself of the habits that you're doing now. What effects are they going to have when you are older? Whether it's smoking, whether it's eating bad, whatever it is, check yourself now and try your best to act in accordance with the law to produce the effects that you want to play out in your life. So hopefully this video has helped. And if you want to go into the rest of the laws, I have a whole YouTube video of that on my channel about the 8 laws that govern consciousness to create your reality. Check that out maybe if you want to.